Previously on Jeep Roscoe. By the way, the noise of these things is definite. That's a kookaburra. And I'm constantly surprised so far on this trip. And of course with the name of Delilah, which literally means Wales. How could I not go there? So effectively I would have done the Nanarup in 2 days. Quite famous. Yeah, they really got some nice beaches. Good morning from a very windy Albany. As you might be able to hear, the wind is blowing a gale. And yeah, I'm still in my swag. Show you alright. Yeah, it's about 7 AM at the moment. I've been up since about 4. But yeah, I might try to go back to sleep for half an hour. This might become a bit of an admin day. I've got washing to do, videos to edit. And then perhaps a trip up to the ANZAC National Memorial, and top of Mount Clarence, which is the highest peak in Albany. Well, in the city, that is. If the weather improves this afternoon, we might go down to Many Peaks Nature Reserve. That's what we could see yesterday across the bay from Two People Bay. Until then, I guess some more sleep. Alright, so just about to set up for the day and just do my checks in the morning, and found a bit of an issue. That, my friends, is a nail. I just tried pulling it out and air started escaping very, very quickly. And I noticed over the last couple of days that this tyre had been about 0.1 or 0.2 bars lower than the others on the internal sensors. So first things first this morning is a visit to Clarke Tires to see if they can help. If not, Bob Jane or somebody like that. I've just put a little marker to show them, remind me what it is. It's above the C in Cooper. So yeah, yeah, bloody flies. So first pit stop for the day is to get the tire sorted. I mean, I could do it myself, but I'm in a town. It's going to be a lot quicker if I get it done professionally. So whilst Delilah's getting her shoes fixed, come for a little walk around town. This is the bustling heart of Albany. So this is Dog Rock. Dog Rock is actually just on the edge of this town centre. Here's Dog Rock Motel and another random outcrop pomegranate there. But yeah, just love that. Somebody's painted a collar around it. Found the backpackers that I first stayed in 2002 when I came here. There's a place there called Dillon's, so I'm going to go there for a spot of lunch and see if there's any Welsh connection. This is ANZAC Peace Park, which is dedicated to those that laid down their lives in the Great War. Many of whom formed the first ANZAC corps that stormed Gallipoli. Ill-fated operation, one of Churchill's worst ideas. The ANZACs, of course, went on to shine in both world wars, become highly acclaimed for their deeds, and mistreated by the British. It shames me, to be honest. I blame Churchill for a lot of those things. This is the town hall of Albany. Very grand old building. It has exhibitions on inside, and then you've got this nice plaza outside, a library opposite, and tourist information centre on the end. And this is all on York Street, which is like the main street that runs through the heart of Albany town centre. We've just come from down there. And now we're walking back up and over the hill and down the other side, and hopefully Delilah's tyres will be repaired. Or tyre. Hopefully they didn't find more than one puncture. Let's go and find out. I don't know why, but I'm quite tickled by this weather vane. There's a guy sitting on top pointing. Is it moving again? The winds are obviously swirling quite a bit today. Okay, so I've just got Delilah back. The good lads at Clarke Tires in Albany sorted out the puncture for me. Also said that the beading around the tyre was leaking as well, so they fixed that as well. $20. Quite happy with that. And now let's see if we can get over to Many Peaks National Park and see what it's all about. Last full day in Albany. Eventful. But yeah, look, we got a nice walk through town and everything, so it wasn't a waste. It's all good. So this is Emu Point, the end of Middleton Beach. There's like a tidal lagoon in there, a small narrow channel over to the other side of the island. In a minute we'll go around the lagoon to get to the other side of Emu Bay. But just to show you, there's a nice little inlet here, and then of course it expands down into, and that's Middleton Beach, you can see down there. The very end of which is where the campsite that I'm staying at is. And then that's Mount Clarence, you can see with the telegraph. So this is Nanarup. It's a huge place of sand dunes which we'll go and explore in a second. Just want to show you a bit, which is a big inlet. Looks like you can drive on the beach here. I might take Delilah on. This looks like a river inlet or something, because coloration on it. And then sand dunes. Let's go and have a look. Okay, so I doubt you're going to be able to hear me, but this is just like So as you can probably tell, the audio got absolutely trashed by the wind at this point. The conditions on the beach were just epic, you know. It was gusting at well over 150 kilometers an hour. The sand was being blasted at me. I could feel it pelting into my legs. Trying to illustrate it here, but it's not being picked up by the camera very well. But just look at the waves and you can tell like the raw energy in this bay was just, it was just majestic. Honestly, I was in awe of it. The wind was just blasting at me, and I was just quite euphoric. I couldn't put into words how I felt, to be honest. As I said earlier, you can drive on the beach, but it was very, very soft underfoot, and since I was the only person I could see anywhere around this area, I was quite reluctant to take Delilah on. So I just continued to explore this beach a little bit and went up to that lookout. I know it's rather futile to try, given the ferocity of the wind, but I just thought I'd try talking for a little bit. These dunes go on for miles and miles. So that was quite crazy. The conditions on that beach were just crazy. Winds were just blaring, the ocean was too much tumultuous. It's just like one of those spots of epic proportions, you know. It's just every sense was just on fire. It was great. I really enjoyed that. It reminded me, I don't know why, it reminded me of jumping out of an aeroplane in free fall, you know. I was just deliriously happy for no apparent reason. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Nanarup. Before I get in the car, I'm going to have to empty my shoes out because the sand was being blasted at the back of my legs, and my shoes feel like they're full of sand. So let's check that out. Well, I have to say, that's really taken it out of me quite a bit, that walk. But glad I did it. It was a hell of an experience. My glasses are all dusty, I guess. Thankfully not scratched. Oh, maybe not yet anyway. These, by the way, are my Ray-Bans, the first pair of Ray-Bans I've ever bought. I only bought them because on the way to my friend's wedding in Poland, I stopped off in Singapore airport. I had a few hours to kill and some foreign currency to get rid of, hence these. Reflective. In the sun they are, but ever so slightly out of the sun, and they're not. Anyway, I think I'm just going to go back to the campsite. Many Peaks National Park will have to wait. I'm done in. I need to sit down, chill out, maybe work on the second episode, maybe work on the third, edit some drone footage from jet skiing in Esperance, and have a cup of tea. So anyway, this will be the end of this day. This is my last full day in Adelaide. This is my last full day in Albany. There's a chance I might catch up with a friend of mine if she's back tomorrow morning. If not, tomorrow we'll be heading west to either Denmark or Walpole. As I said previously, around the southwest corner, things are a lot closer together, so the travel times between each place won't be as much. So we'll have a lot more time to kind of get into it and see more places and review more things. And coming up in the next episode, I'm going to be reviewing everything I've got so far, likes, dislikes, what's working, what's not, what I love about traveling, and also what I hate. Just to give it to you bare bones. I'm not, if you've got anything you would want to know, please post it in the comment section below, and I will answer it in the next episode. And like I said, if you are enjoying this content, please remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because the hoodoo in the YouTube algorithm, apparently it helps. I don't know. Anyway, look, I'm doing this for fun, yeah, don't get me wrong, but if and there's a very slim possibility, but if there is a chance that I could continue to travel and keep making videos for a living, then I will jump at the chance. So if you guys out there like this, please share, like, subscribe, etc. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandpa, tell everybody. And like I said, I will get better. Honest, I promise. As I learn to edit faster, as I learn to take better shots, as I learn to care less about the drone. Like, I'm very kind of timid about putting the drone out because I spent a bit of money on it. I've just ordered a new laptop, one of the new MacBook Pros, the M1s. So when that comes, I'll have no excuses about editing then. My current 2016 MacBook Air is struggling big time. So yeah, like I said, I'll have no excuses when the new MacBook Pro comes. Anywho, let's get back on the road and back to camp and get a cup of tea brewing. Just cooked me dinner on my Coleman's Hyperflame. Yum. All the bits and bobs. Kitchen caddy. Coals on the back. Yum. Okay, we're about to leave Albany to head west. Not sure if we're going to go to Denmark or Walpole yet. My stay in Albany here has been at the Big Four caravan park here on Middleton Beach. I try as far as possible not to stay at places like this, not because I'm a snob or anything like that, but there's a lot more people here. The facilities are a bit more crammed, it's just the kitchen, for example, was just bare, the bare minimum in there. The washing machine was $6, the dryer was $7, so just little things, and you're paying for a premium rate for something that's not really premium. It's just the location. In hindsight, I just would have gone to like a national park site or something like that, but I needed the power, I needed the Wi-Fi to kind of get some episodes done and some things uploaded onto the internet, so it serves a purpose. So every now and again I'll have to stay at places like this, or an Airbnb, or a motel or something like that, just to recharge the batteries, both physically and mentally with me as well. So it's been nice just to set up in the camp and just leave it there for 3 nights and not worry about coming back and having to do it all again every night. So there is a need for places like this, and I've met some very nice people here. It's been quite full, despite the fact it's officially 2 weeks before the school holidays start. There's a lot of families here, and I'll keep this running on the way out so you can see that kind of thing. But literally, the beach is just there in front of me, and I was camping just there, so all good. It has been blowing a gale the last couple of days since I've been in Albany, apart from the first night, so I haven't really been able to get the drone up as much as I'd like to, but we've seen some fantastic sights. Although the audio has suffered a little bit because it's been so windy. Anyway, first protocol is to get a bit of breakfast in Albany before shooting off. I've got a full tire, full tank. My tires are all up and It doesn't seem to be an issue with the repair from yesterday, so fingers crossed. That's all good. Alrighty, let's go and get some breakfast. The official speed limit within the park is 8 kilometers an hour, which is about child walking speed. You gotta watch, there are a lot of kids around here on their bikes and scooters, etc. Or just running out in front of you. The staff here have been extremely helpful. They loaned me an extension lead so I could plug in everything I needed to. Giving me tips on where to go and stuff to do, and overall just been very helpful. Now you may be able to hear when I brake that the brakes are squeaking. It's getting increasingly irritable, and when I get to Bunbury I will get that looked at. I don't think it's a major issue. I don't think, for example, that the pads have worn out, because that's happened to me on a previous car, and you know, you hear metal on metal. There's no metal on metal here. And when I brake hard, there's no noise. So it might just be dust on the brake pads, and to be honest, Delilah could do with a bit of a wash. We shall see. Now it's quite windy up here, but we're on Mount Clarence. We're just checking out. This is the Desert Mountain Corpse Memorial at the very top of the hill. The National ANZAC Centre is down at the bottom, so we'll go there next. It's got these little plaques to the 10th Light Horse Regiment, and specifically to Sandy and Major General Briggs from that regiment. Quite a touching story. But we're going to have a short little walk up to the top. You may not be able to hear me up there, so we'll see. There's quite a few steps from this car park. There is a closer one, but I'm going to walk from here now. Stretch the legs for the morning. The walk up is dotted with these memorials to individuals, with little excerpts from their diaries or from their letters home, and a little bit of history here. Just about make out the horse statue at the top. So this is the view from the very top of Mount Clarence. And then this is Albany proper, the centre. Now we're heading in this direction later, west.
trust reposed by the people of the Commonwealth. The men are a fine set, soldierly and patriotic. I am grateful to soldier and citizen for the help given me in organising and preparing the force, which is now about to do its part for the good of the Empire. In saying goodbye, I would like to express the hope that, no matter how great the demands upon patience, the Australian people will see to it that there is no diminution of their determination to face their responsibility.
Watching the way a conjurer brings from the gloom of a darkened chamber strange realities. The troops were astir crowded the ship's sides. They stood to attention as the liner glided down the lines of anchor.
It takes 11 days for all the names to be scrolled through. Those that didn't return. And that's where they left from. National ANZAC Centre in Albany, overlooking King George Sound. That's where they all left from for the Great War. Quite a nice interactive museum. When you enter, you get given an individual's card, which you can scan via the smart code on the back at various spots. And it tells you a little bit about their experience, their history, and ultimately whether or not they made it. Private Gordon Nayley did survive. He married an English woman before coming back to Australia to take up a settlement grant in South Australia, and then died at age 44. Bloody flies. Probably due to complications from being gassed. But very nice spot for them. Alright, so we're about to leave Albany, but before we go, we're just going to pop into Woolies and pick up some groceries. Not a lot to get, just snacks, a bit more fruit, because I go through fruit quite a bit since I don't eat chocolate much. Okay, I have a little bit over the last couple of days, but not much. But yeah, I'll go through a lot of fruit. Some cheese, like Baby Bells for snacks, some more nuts, these are the kind of things I go through quite regularly, and some kombucha maybe. Yeah, I'm not strictly speaking to the keto diet, but by and large I'm trying to, but I am having quite a bit of carbs, but I'm trying to do, like, you know, between 5,000 and 10,000 steps a day, so yeah, it's all good. And you know, it's quite hard on the go to find keto-friendly snacks, and frankly I haven't got the time to be doing them myself, so yeah. Anyway, let's get into Woolies and get some grub. Alrighty, shopping's all done. I think I've got everything that I wanted, which makes a change. Usually I'm about this point of the way out of the supermarket and I realise I've forgotten a couple of things. But I think it's maybe because I run through everything I needed before going in. with yourselves. I remember to get everything. I keep forgetting that it's almost Christmas, so I'm very surprised every time I go into a supermarket. It's like a fair, you know, there's people just everywhere grabbing stuff. You're just like, the bloody hell is the hurry? We're still 2 weeks away from Christmas, you know. It's not as if they're going to run out of food or anything. I don't get it. But oh yeah. Anyway, I've loved Albany, really do. Every time I come here, as I said previously, I find something different, something new, and I'm just blown away by how beautiful it is down here. I will say, however, every time I've been here, it's been remarkably windy. So maybe they do get a lot of wind down here. Yeah, I look at the forecast for the next kind of 10 days, and there's a lot of wind still, all around the south coast, I might add. Maybe it's the time of year, I don't know, but look, apart from that, if you get the chance to come to Albany and the southwest and the south coast, Esperance, etc., I highly recommend it. It's simply been beautiful. It's between Albany and Esperance for me, which has been my favourite part so far. In terms of national parks, it's between Fitzgerald River National Park and Stirling Ranges. I think Fitzgerald River just pips it at the moment, and it's just got so much potential. But then so is the Stirling Ranges. I don't know. Another thing I've been surprised with is just how many national parks, reserves, etc. they have in Western Australia. Just looking for the map going west and thinking, alright, I might go to this national park, and then you notice there's another one next to it, and another one to the north, and another one. So when I previously called for Fitzgerald River to have a bit of TLC, you've got to put it into the perspective that Western Australia simply has a lot to deal with in terms of national parks, nature reserves, etc. Anywho, I got my kombucha. What I want to know is this particular flavour and brand of kombucha, however you say it, has 0.0 grams of sugar, right? So it's possible, it's doable. So why is virtually every other brand and every other flavour of kombucha got on average 6 grams of sugar in it? I'm trying my best here to stay off the sugar. Come on, people. There's another Jeep just pulling in front of me. They might want to have a chat, I don't know, we'll see. Alrighty people, let's get to it.
Next week on Jeep Roscoe.
We're heading to the far side of this bay.